My name is Arthur Treacher. I've got a secret. Do you think you can guess what it is?
Arid Green Deodorant, the deodorant that is 53% more effective in keeping underarms dry and odorless, presents I've Got a Secret, starring Gary Moore.
Thank you. Thank you. I just do that all the time. You get more applause if you stand up. I never figured out why it was. But it was real nice of you. Thank you very much. And welcome, my friends, to another session of I've Got a Secret. This is a Snoopy sort of a game in which we try to reveal the awful truth about some very nice people just for fun. Tonight we have some information about the private lives of some very interesting folk, which they're going to try to keep secret from our panel. Now I would have you meet our panel, if you will. First, a young man who is Henry Morgan's answer to Fay Emerson, Mr. Bill Cullen. Then a young lady who is Fay Emerson's answer to Bill Cullen, Miss Jane Meadows. Then a young man who is Jane Meadows' answer to Fay Emerson, Mr. Henry Morgan. And a young lady who is Fay Emerson's answer to Fay Emerson, Miss Fay Emerson. That is our panel. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to introduce you to a lady who has tonight's first. All right, here we go, panel. Are you all set to play I've Got a Secret?
Yes.
Ready. All right, then, let's welcome our first contestant on tonight's Weenie Roast. Will you come right in, please? Now, will you tell the panel, please, what your name is and where you're from?
Mrs. Carl Nyberg from North Branford, Connecticut.
All right, now, Mrs. Nyberg, you have a secret which our panel will try to uncover, and here's how we play the game. Each panelist will get 2 questioning periods of 15 seconds each. But the clock will only time the actual questions. That is to say, we will take time out for audience reaction or discussion if necessary. Now, when a panelist's time is up, you will hear this sound. A little late, but you'll hear it. And I will pay our guest $10 and then turn the game over to the next questioner. Twice around the panel for a total loss of $80, and the game is over. Now, Mrs. Nyberg, if you will tell us your secret, at the same time, we'll show it to the folks at home. I was wondering who was responsible. I didn't know. I'll tell you, panel, to help classify this secret, I will tell you only that it concerns something that she did, and we will start the questioning with Mr. William Cullen.
Miss Nyberg, did you do this more than once?
No.
Would a great many other women perhaps like to have done this same thing?
That's up for debate. I've heard it said yes and no, but I think we would have to say it's nothing that a whole lot of ladies would wish to do necessarily.
Could you possibly, Mrs. Nyberg, do this again?
Yes.
Was there another person besides yourself involved in this particular secret of yours?
Yes.
Was this other person who was involved a famous person?
Yes.
Are there a lot of people in the nation who would like to do this to this famous person?
No.
That's somewhat
this
debatable,
famous
but I'll
person...
let it pass. I said it's somewhat debatable, but I'll let it pass.
I'll write that down as debatable. This famous person to whom you did this, that there aren't too many people who would like to do it to them, are they alive?
Yes.
She gave you a hesitant yes. $10 down and $70 to go, and Miss Jane Meadows, please.
Mrs. Nyberg, this thing that you did it in any way benefit mankind?
Yes.
Do you then think it would be a good idea if people did this more often?
No.
No? Was this person involved a man?
Yes.
Did you do it because you were in love with him?
No.
Was it your husband?
No.
No. Then may I assume that the man was strange?
Yes, he was strange.
Strange? Would it help me to know who this strange man was?
Yes.
It would.
There is $20 down and $60 to go, Mr. Henry Morgan, please.
This strange man, was he a man of power and influence in the world?
I think he has a certain amount of influence.
Is he in politics?
No.
Do I have to fool around here and find out what field he's in?
That's what we're being paid for, Mr. Morgan.
Some more, some less. All righty. Wasn't in politics.
No.
Was he in the theater?
Yes.
Oh, a actor. Is he well known today?
Yes.
Is he working?
Yes.
That cuts it down, doesn't it? In movies?
No.
Theater.
Yes.
New York theater. Is he on stage now in New York?
No.
And he ain't working. Oh, TV.
Well, when we said he was in the theater, we took the broad field of entertainment.
All right. Is this an English actor?
No.
No.
An American actor?
Yes.
Yes.
Is he a man, say, over 50?
No.
$30 down and $50 to go, Miss Faye Emerson, please.
Mrs. Nyberg, this man is in television?
Yes.
Would I know this man?
Yes.
Would I know him quite well?
Yes.
Is he with us tonight?
Yes.
Is he on our panel?
Yes.
I mean, on this side of the room as opposed to that?
Yes. Yes.
That's ridiculous. You're much too young to have been his teacher. You're not an old girl of Henry's.
No.
But you knew Henry when he was younger. How long ago was this? 5 years ago?
No.
10 years ago?
No.
$40 down and $40 to go, Mr. I think Henry was somewhat startled to find himself classified as an actor. I think that's what it was. $40 down, $40 to go. Bill Cullen, panels last time around.
This thing you did to Henry, was it pleasant?
No.
Was it physical?
Yes.
Did you touch him in some way with your hands?
Yes.
Did you, what do you call the word? Did you whap him one, a slap? Or was it a sharp blow, as it were?
No.
Whatever that is. Did you pinch him?
No.
Did you twist his arm?
No.
Would you like to twist his arm? Did it change his appearance in any way?
Not permanently, I wouldn't say. Probably, for the time being, it changed his appearance somewhat. Let's say the question is irrelevant. $50 down and $30 to go. Miss Jane Meadows, please.
Mrs. Nyberg, did you do this when you were very young and Henry was very young?
No.
You did it recently?
Yes.
You did. Did you trip him up or kick him or anything like that? Well, did the part of the body that you did it to, is it from the waist down?
No.
From the waist up?
Yes.
From the neck up?
Yes.
Did you slap him in the face?
I don't know why everybody takes this dim view of this fine, kind young lady to think that she would do something like $60 down and $20 to go. Mr. Morgan, do you recognize this lady, first of all?
No, and I have a very interesting question. Why'd you say he's a strange man?
She meant unknown to her, Mr. Morgan. It was a stranger as opposed to a husband.
Is this something that happened between us in the street?
No.
In any public place?
No.
In a private place? Indoors? In a theater?
No.
Oh, no, that's a public place. In my house?
No.
In somebody's house?
No.
In a tent? In an office?
No.
In a dugout? Had to be, was there a roof on this thing?
Here's the panel's last chance. There's $70 down and $10 to go. Miss Faye Emerson. May I say, we perhaps gave you maybe one slightly tricky answer. When Henry asked, was it a public place? It is not a private place in the sense of a home, but it is not a public place like Grand Central Station either. Now, Miss Emerson.
Mrs. Nyberg, when you did whatever you did to Henry or had this contact with him, was it in a professional capacity of some kind?
Yes.
Are you in the field of medicine?
Yes.
Are you a nurse?
Yes.
Did you treat Henry? Personally?
She administered to him.
Did you see x-rays of his, or did you see actually Henry personally when you...
Yes.
Are you in the medical field like dentistry?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Miss Emerson was very close.
I bet I know.
Well, then $80 down. The game is lost, but let's see if Mr. Morgan now recognizes the lady. What do you think she did for you, Henry, or to you?
Well, I imagine she's one of two nurses who held me down in the hospital when they took out two wisdom teeth. Is that right?
And gave you the anesthesia.
And gave me the
she was the
anesthesia.
anesthetist,
Oh, so
Mr.
you had
Morgan.
an extra, huh?
Now, panel, I'm not going to tell you what this lady's name is, because if you knew her name, I'm sure you would know her secrets. So we will call her Mrs. Pick a letter. Mrs. K, Mrs. B, Mrs. X. B. All right, this is Mrs. B. Now, you remember how we played twice around the panel and you have lost the game. Mrs. B, if you will please remind me of your secret. At the same time, we will let our audience at home in on this secret. All right, Miss Meadows, I think we'll put you on the block next. Miss Jane Meadows, I will tell you only that this concerns her husband.
Your husband. Mrs. B, is your husband a famous man?
Yes.
Is he famous in the entertainment field?
I wouldn't classify it as the entertainment field, no.
Well, sports is in the entertainment field, isn't it?
Well, if it is, then yes, he is in the entertainment
He's
field.
in sports.
Yes.
Is your husband a football player?
No.
Baseball?
No.
There's $10 down, $70 to go. Mr. Henry Morgan, please, that strange man.
Evidently from the audience's reaction, he's very well known, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Well, let's say boxing,
Yes.
heavyweight,
Yes.
Rocky Marciano.
Yes.
Miss Marciano, neither you nor Rocky are going to get tremendously wealthy off this bout that you had tonight. Only 10 measly dollars. By the way, your husband is fighting in April, isn't he, in Chicago?
Yes, he is.
Defending his championship.
Yes, April 10th.
Uh-huh. What do you think his chances are?
Well, he'll be in there fighting anyway.
Listen, tell me one thing. I'm sure it's something everybody must ask you. Do you actually go to the fights?
Yes, I do.
What's your feeling while Rocky's up there if things are going not too well and he's getting belted around a bit?
Well, I fight every fight with him. And it's kind of a hard feeling to explain.
I'll bet it is. Makes you terribly nervous. Do you ever wish you hadn't taken it up? Not so long as he's champion. I guess if he's champ, you can't wish otherwise. Thank you very much from the makers of our aid, and our very best wishes to the young gentleman to whom you are married. Well, Mr. Morgan, you knocked that off in quite a hurry. Now it's time to have our panel go to work on tonight's special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, America's favorite butler, a gentleman who buttled his way to stardom, Mr. Arthur Treacher.
You rang, sir?
Yes, I rang. Now, Arthur, we'll have our panel start digging for your secret in just... All right, panel, and let's see how quickly we can expose Mr. Treacher's secret. We will play the game as before, except in this case, any monies won will go, of course, to Mr. Treacher's favorite charity. Arthur, if you'll tell me your secret, please. The folks out there are anxious to find out what it is. All right, if you say so. We will start the cross-examination, I think, with Miss Faye Emerson. And Miss Emerson, I will tell you only that it is a situation in which he is involved in which.
Treacher, are you involved in this situation at the present time?
Yes?
Are there more than one person involved in it?
Yes?
Is the other person involved in it someone close to you?
Yes.
Related in any way, legally or by...
No.
Illegally.
No.
Is this other person involved a man or a woman?
A man.
Oh, a man.
Are you allowed to say that? You're supposed to
I know,
answer by yes or no, ma'am.
I'm new here. It's a man.
It is a man, yes. $10 down, $70 to go. Mr. Bill Cullen, please.
Is this man, Mr. Treacher, also in theater?
Yes.
Is he about your age?
No.
Isn't? Is he older than you? I'm going to stop trying to find out. Well, let's put it this way. Is this man a comedian?
Yes.
Are you going to form a partnership with this man for some reason? A professional partnership?
No.
Uh,
A partnership of sorts, but not professional. Yeah, that's right. There's $20 down and $60 to go, Miss Jane Meadows,
Mr.
please.
Treacher, this situation that you're involved in, is it at this precise moment?
Yes.
Is the person who's involved in it with you Gary Moore?
Yes.
Is it a physical thing? The situation? Is it a physical situation?
Yes.
Can I see it? Or is it below the desk? I can't see it?
We have to say, you say is it below the desk? We
Yes.
have to just say partly, that's all.
Partly?
Yeah.
I can only...
There is $30 down and $50 to go. Mr. Henry Morgan, please, if you will.
Do you have your hand in Gary's pocket?
No.
Well, what'd you say?
No.
I was going back a little before the no. There was a sentence before the no, and I wanted to get to that one. Is it, what'd you say, partly physical?
I said it's all physical,
It's all
but
physical.
Mr.
Well, then
Meadows-
what are you, standing on his foot?
No.
Is it something like that? You're touching...
Well, no, Henry, not that.
Are you touching knees?
Yes. Happens we are. Yeah, but I mean,
That's not it?
racket, no.
Well, do you each have a foot in a wastebasket?
$40 down and $40 to go, Miss Fay Everson.
There is some point of contact between you and Mr. Moore, is there?
Yes.
Have you exchanged any article of clothing that is not apparent to us?
No. It wouldn't fit you.
The point of contact is not visible to us.
No. No.
Not handsies.
Pardon?
Not handsies.
Handsies? No, not handsies, Faisy.
Not footsies.
Not footsies.
Not footsies.
Ankle-sies.
Does this pain you?
What?
Does this pain you? Either one of you?
No.
Jeepers.
Thighs?
Is this something I might do?
Something you might do? I've known you for some time and you never have, but it's conceivable. And much to be desired. $50 down and $30 to go. Mr. Bill Cullen, please.
I can see all the various members. I can see all the hands there except one.
Yeah.
And that's Mr. Treacher's right hand. Is your right hand involved in this, Mr. Treacher?
Yes?
Is your right hand touching Gary's person somewhere?
No.
Let's go back to the feet. Is your right hand... No, he couldn't possibly be sitting on your hand. You are in physical contact with Gary at the moment, is that right?
I am.
And your right hand is the part of you that is in contact with Gary?
It is. Now, Mr. Costello, will you...
Are you holding some of Gary's clothing in your right hand?
No.
You don't have your hand on Gary's knee, do you?
No, he doesn't. $60 down and $20 to go, Miss Jane Meadows.
Your hand is actually touching Gary, is it?
No.
It isn't?
No.
Your hand is doing something under the desk, and that's the secret. Is that it?
No.
No? Is it something you're doing with your leg or your foot?
No. $70 down and only $10 to go. Henry, you have the last chance. We thought this was going to be so obvious.
Don't let
I'm
this
delighted.
get to me.
Is there something in your right hand?
No.
Well, why don't you leave your right hand out of this? How did we get Does it have anything?
We could make a
Wait,
fortune
a note
here
just
tonight.
came in. Are you two handcuffed?
Yes. Go get it. And if you know the trouble that we had getting handcuffed so that you didn't notice it, these things are tough to get into.
Colin guessed it. He's
Well, they were not in contact with each other at any time. Arthur, thank you very much for being with us tonight. And do come back and see us. Wait. Friends, our next guest is going to be Arthur Treacher. I knew I was... talk to each other for several hours, will you? We'll be right back. Thank you again, Arthur Treacher. You may keep that. He forgot his money. We'll put it in escrow for him. Will you tell our audience what your name is, please, and where you're from?
Robert St. John. I'm from New York.
Robert St. John from New York. All right, now, Bob, you whisper your secret to me. The folks out there will be watching. I can only tell you that to help classify the secret, it concerns something that he did, and we will start with Henry Morgan, please.
Bob, is this something you did more than once?
No,
Did the thing you did take courage?
a little.
Why, was there an element of danger in it?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Something that your girlfriend would be proud of if she
I guess so.
Did people pay money to see you do it? Is it something you do in public?
No.
There's $10 down, $70 to go. Miss Faye Emerson, please.
Robert, are you about, let's see, are you under 15 years old?
No.
Are you between 15 and 17?
Yes.
Is this something you did very recently?
Yes.
Do most boys your age do it?
I would say probably 50-50. Maybe 50%. Half of them do, half of them don't.
Is there somebody else involved in what you did?
No.
$20 down and $60 to go. Mr. Bill Cullen, please.
Is this thing that you did, Bob, were you to be caught doing it, would you be chastised by somebody?
No.
Would you be complimented by somebody?
Yeah, I guess so.
Would your parents be pleased that you had done this?
Yes.
Well, I would say this, Bill, that as a parent, I wouldn't be too pleased, but I wouldn't be angry. You'll know what I mean after it's all over, but I can't explain it.
Does this have anything to do with, as Mr. Treacher would say, patriotism?
Patriotism? Patriotism, no.
No? I thought maybe you joined the Marines or something. Did this thing that you did involve travel of any kind?
There's $30 down and $50 to go. Miss Jane Meadows, you have about 15 seconds.
Robert, would it help me to know the place that you did this?
Yes.
Did you do it indoors?
Yes.
Did you do it in your own home?
Yeah. No,
In it-
no.
Not in your own home. Did
No.
you do it in a home?
No.
In a public place?
Yes.
Did you do it in a theater?
Yeah.
In a movie theater?
Formerly a movie theater.
A television theater?
Yes.
Did you do it in this theater?
Yes.
At what?
Panel, there's $40 down and $40 to go. Henry Morgan, you've got about 5 seconds. Let's not even get into it, Henry. You'd never guess it. This young gentleman in my dressing room tonight. Well, you tell them what you did.
I shaved for the first time.
When he says it took courage, it did. You'd have thought he was going to the guillotine. He was pretty terrified, but he's a guy with a lot of courage because he happens also that he is the 100-pound boxing champion of the Police Athletic League, who have done so very much to help all the kids of New York. But we're delighted to have you with us tonight, and on behalf of our sponsors, we want you to have this gift. Here is what should be a lifetime supply of Rise shaving cream. Okay? Well, now that's all the time we have for. It's all the time we have for our guests and for their secrets. And by the way, we forgot to give the $80 which we had to forfeit to young Mr. St. John because you didn't guess his secret. Bob, I'll bring it off to you. Now I'm supposed to tell you who our guest is going to be next week, but I threw all my ad-libs away when I was looking for who's the guest 2 weeks from tonight? Burgess Meredith? 2 weeks from tonight, my friends, our panel will try to uncover the secret which is being held by Mr. Burgess Meredith and other interesting folk who will be here with their secrets. Until then, may I say goodnight to our panel, Mr. Bill Cullen.
It's time to strike a fun-filled match with Ross Schaefer and Match Game next. Then get ready to start a fight with Ray Combs and Family Feud, only on Game Show Network.